Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How y'all doing today? If you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk a little bit about Trump today and about what's going on with that judge. I'm sure y'all are listening to it and watching the news. Can't avoid it. Trump is continuously in the news. It's like he's still the president. Thank God he's not, though. Thank goodness. Um, but now, after the Mar-a-Lago search and FBI finding out that he was actually, you know, stealing. I mean, he was stealing it. All the boxes of, top secret information. But anyway, now Trump and his attorneys have decided that they need a special master to review evidence obtained by the FBI. So they sent this request to Aileen, a federal judge appointed by Trump, or at least at the very end. I don't know. She was already up there ready to be appointed when, it went through. So it's still his baby. Still his baby. So, and now she's made a preliminary ruling that she wants to go ahead and do that. She wants to, she's saying that she's open to that, to have, what do they call it? A special master to review the evidence that the FBI got. And I heard today that the FBI has already, she made that ruling before she even heard anything from the DOJ. And now they've said, hello, we've already reviewed everything and we got everything in order. We're not stupid. So I'm just wondering what's going to happen here, because she is, beholden to Trump. And so I pulled a few cards and I want to read them to y'all. It's pretty interesting. So what's going to happen with this? This first card is Five of Swords. This can be a can of worms for this judge. And I would imagine that she's already wishing that, this can of worms wasn't even open, because now everybody's talking about her. I would think that, hey, this is a fight that she doesn't really need to have. But I don't think she's going to back down. I really don't think she's going to really back down, Yeah. But this isn't her fight. This is Donald Trump's fight. So, I don't know. Why would she? Why would she engage? But what's going on here. The next card, Wheel of Fortune. So, her fortune is about to change. Whatever comes around goes around. This is about karma. Okay. So, nothing positive comes from being involved with Trump. So I feel like it's not going to be good for her. Now, she may think that everybody talking about her, it's getting her name out there and she's getting name recognition and, whatever. But there's a big difference between being famous and infamous. Right now, I believe she's infamous, but it could change. This is Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, sorry. I can't count. So, Trump's attorneys, they really did seek her out. This is, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, something like that. So they really did seek her out just because she was appointed by Trump. She is expected to help Trump. So I think she's trying to live up to her expectations. She's walking a fine line for sure. So yeah. Seven of Pentacles. We've got the six and then we got the seven. So the judge is putting everything on the line. You know what I mean? Everything's on the line for her. Her career, her aspirations moving forward. And I think this will have her rethinking everything that she's doing, because, this might not end well for her, and she's really, really thinking about, is this how she wants to, be known for the rest of her life, is being the judge that, ruled in Trump's favor. So she's really got a lot to think about, a lot on her plate. You know, on the one hand, she's thinking this could, like slingshot her to a new level of notoriety, maybe, or this could really bring her down. It definitely could bring her down. So she's really contemplating what to do. And that's not the right place to be for a judge. She should have recused herself because judges should only be thinking about the law and what they're ruling on as far as the law, but she's really thinking about herself and the consequences of her, not doing or doing the bidding of Donald Trump and his attorneys. So she's got a lot at stake here, and she knows it. Ace of Cups. So this is her opportunity to get her 15 minutes of fame for sure. So she looks at this as a great way to, project her profile. She is a Trump supporter. That's what I think this card means, that she really endorses Trump. She's full, I can say she loves Trump. She's a Trump lover, definitely. But that being said, I don't think it's going to end well for her. It won't. She might be in Trump's court and on his side, but I think eventually she will get put in her place. I don't think this is going to end well for her. I think she's going to hear it. She's going to hear it from all sides, and yeah. So maybe she'll back down because I don't think it's going to end well. Okay. Today, my husband took my granddaughter car shopping. She has a Toyota Prius, and it's an older model. It's like a 2011, I think. And she had to buy the new battery for it. Very expensive batteries for it just a couple of months ago. And it just seems like one thing after another is breaking down on that car. She had her something off her car was stolen, and so she had to replace that part. And it's been like $500 here, $500 there. Now her car's not working well again, and they changed all the spark plugs, and it's still not working well. And they're not sure what's wrong with it. So she has decided she's just going to go ahead and buy another car. So she graduated this past year from UT. And she was using the Prius to go back and forth from San Antonio to Austin. And now she's living back with her parents. She does want to go back to Austin, though. She loves it. My daughter lives in Canyon Lake, and I live in Bulverde. And she says, this is where old people live. She wants to go back to Austin. So she needs a new car, though. So they're off car shopping. She, of course, wants something very impractical after having a very practical car for a couple of years. She wants a BMW convertible or Mercedes convertible. Not a brand new one, a used one. So I don't know. I feel something here. I think my kitty's down here. Kitty's getting me. Anyway, she had a Jeep Wrangler. Here, all the kids, we live in this rural area here, and all the kids want a Jeep. So all the kids have Jeeps. So when she went to high school, she had a Jeep all through high school. Then she had the Prius. Now she's ready for something, a little bit more elegant, I guess, and classy. So hopefully she'll get it. Okay, guys. So y'all all heard about Pakistan's getting so much rain. 1/3 of the country is underwater. Can you believe it? They've gotten so much rain. It's still raining right now. It's terrible. They're really having a horrible time. So prayers for all the Pakistani people. Thousands of people have died. We're sending lots of prayers. God bless them and keep them safe. And please stop the rain. Stop the rain. There's a couple of tropical storms moving towards the U.S. So by this weekend, we're probably going to get some more rain also. So everybody in the path of those storms, please be on the lookout and beware. God bless you guys and stay safe. Like I said, it's not too hot today. We got a lot of cloud cover, so it's not too hot. I'm glad. Hopefully my electric bill is going to start going down. It's not really gone down too much yet. It's still $500, y'all. I know, I can't believe it. It's ridiculous. They have so many upcharges on my bill. It's crazy. It's like the energy bill is 200 and something, and then there's all these upcharges, regulatory fee, this fee, that fee, until it's $500. It's ridiculous, really ridiculous. So, yeah, not fun. But hopefully it's going to be cooling off and I won't have to use the air conditioner as much. This past weekend, you guys, there's a lot of shootings. I turned on the TV for just a few minutes this morning and it was all about all the shootings that happened over the weekend. There were so many shootings. I can't even name all of them. But one that really stuck out in my mind was a 4-year-old little boy was at the barber shop waiting for a haircut for his first day of school. And he got shot in the shoulder. I mean, God bless him. I'm so glad he survived and he's going to be okay. How horrible. How horrible for that. And then there was another grocery store shooting also. Some man walked in there. He had an AR and another kind of assault rifle. So he had 2 assault rifles. 2 people died and he died also. So awful. Just, it was in a Safeway. So I'm sure you guys have heard about it. There's just so much gun violence, so much. We really need a ban on assault rifles. We really do. God bless all of those that were harmed and affected by these shootings. God bless you all. I I was just hearing that actually I read this online that Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne, they're moving back to the UK because there's so much gun violence here. There's so many shootings and so much gun violence that they don't even feel safe here. And they're going to go back to the UK where it's safer. Not everybody has a gun in the UK. So I don't blame them. If I had someplace safe to go, I'd go too. They got a lot of dogs to pack up, that's for sure. They have a whole bunch of doggies. I sometimes watch that show where I forgot what it is, but their son Jack interviews them and shows them all these paranormal things, and then they rate it. I can't remember the name of it, but once in a while I'll stumble on that show and watch it late at night, really late at night, and they always have a ton of dogs around them. They have this one over here, that one here, their couple in her lap. So they have a bunch of dogs. So they got to pack up all their doggies and go. But there are so many people with mental problems, and they're not being identified. Now they're not being identified by the system. I know that families know who these people are. These people have social problems and they identify with whatever they hone in on. You know what I mean? They isolate themselves and they hone in on certain things and things that they're watching on, TV or their phone or whatever. They really isolate themselves. And then the algorithms of social platforms give you more of the content that you are watching. And it can be very negative and very harming, especially for people that don't have the ability to sift through it like others do. People that have mental and emotional problems, they get triggered. And, there is so much out there that can be triggering to them. There's so much that can even trigger us, but of course, that's a different trigger than a person that's having a mental problem. But that's no excuse, and we need a better mental health system here. And we need to be able to identify who needs help. So that will fall on us, on mothers, fathers, grandparents, siblings, all the people that are in the families that they know, hey, this person, there's something wrong here. They're not right. And they're a little bit scary. Everybody knows somebody like that in their family, but they're kind of afraid to say anything because they don't want a young person to get labeled. So people are reluctant to point a finger or say anything about another person because, it's so upsetting to label somebody. But that's really not helping them. That's not setting them up for success. Okay? By, you know, by getting help for them, it's a reality check, you know? It is. It's just a reality check, and we have to help these young people that are struggling. We must all work together. In the words of Hillary Clinton, it takes a village. So we have to all help these young people work through these problems, and get into the healthcare system. Um, these deranged shooters, they've slipped through the cracks. They haven't gotten any help. And we need to make sure that that doesn't happen to the person that you love. So you need to do what needs to be done, even if you have fear of labeling them. Okay, next topic. I want to talk about Beto O'Rourke. So he was in San Antonio this weekend. I'm sending him lots of love and healing because he went to the hospital with a bacterial infection. Did y'all hear about this? It was so vague. He had a bacterial infection. So, what happened? Why did he have a bacterial infection? What does that mean? I mean, we may not ever get the real story. Did he get a bad taco in San Antonio? Because it's a bacterial infection. It sounds like, you got some bad food, some kind of food poisoning or something. Because he said he started feeling ill. And, if you get a bacterial infection from a cut or a wound or something like that, when you say that's not just feeling ill, this is I have a wound, you know. So I don't know. It didn't sound like to me that's what happened. But, he had to get IV antibiotics. So he was really, really sick. And he had to go back to El Paso and cancel the rest of his, um, weekend plans. He wasn't able to continue. So he's at home getting some rest. So we're going to send him lots of love and prayers and get well quick, Beto. We can't wait to see you back out on the trail. And he's going to be okay. He'll be okay. Just be careful where you eat. He probably didn't want to say anything because he didn't want to give any negative press to anybody. But maybe we'll find out more about it later. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but my daughter's little dog, he's crying. It's a little hard out. She's not here this week. Her and her boys are staying in her ex-husband's house. He's off vacationing with his father, and so the house was empty. So she just went over there and stayed with her boys at her ex's house. So her dog, though, she left her dog. She left her dog here with me, and he's an older dog, little poodle, and he's blind and deaf. And he's been here for over a year now, and he's got a little pattern set. So she wanted to leave him here and not, disrupt his pattern because he knows where to go to the door, to go out and everything. But he cries for her. It's so sad. So I don't know if y'all can hear him howling. I have to go give him some love and pet him a little bit. He probably thinks nobody's at home. When no one's home, he'll start crying like that. So poor little guy. He's a good little doggy, though. Oh, I want to tell y'all something really funny that happened. So my grandsons came by last night to pick up some clothes because they still have all their clothes here, and they're going back to school. They went to school on Tuesday, and they came back here and pick up some more. And they were in such a good mood. They were so happy. It was so good to see them. They're so happy being back at home. It was so refreshing. I'm so happy that they could start the school year off, and I mean that's their home. Their father still has the family home, so they're staying at their home, and you can tell the difference in their behavior. It's such a blessing that they're there. I wish they could stay there permanently with their mother and father intact, but that's another thing. But my grandson put on a Davy Crockett coon hat, like a Halloween one. So it was that raccoon hat. And my husband always says the dumbest, funniest things that he doesn't even realize what he's saying. He took one look at him and he goes, "What are you, Betty Crock? Betty Crocker. And we're all looking at him like, what? What are you talking about? Because he's got a coonskin hat on, you know? And we're like, you mean Davy Crockett? He goes, yeah, same thing, same thing. He is so hilarious, you guys. We could write volumes and volumes of books of the things this man says. He's hilarious every day, constantly. He says the funniest things, and he doesn't even mean to be funny. He just says it, you know. He is funny. He's a funny guy. We were at the chiropractor, and she was talking about all these modalities that she could try. He has a real stiff neck. He's got some arthritis, and she was talking about dry needling, and she was telling him, you know, we could try dry needling and see if that helps, because we won't let her pop our neck. We're like, no, you can't pop our neck, but you can do something else, you know. Uh, anyway, he was telling her, you know what? I know something that really works really, really well. And she's like, what? What is it? And she's real serious, you know. And he's like, have you heard the hammer technique? And she's like, no. And he said, yeah, you just drop a hammer on your toe and every other pain in your body is gone. I'm just looking at him while he's telling her this. He thinks he's so funny. He thinks he's so funny. And I'm just looking at him like, why are you telling a doctor this? But of course she laughed too. My husband has got such a great personality. He's funny. And you know what? He doesn't put on a show for anybody. He is who he is all the time. And you know, what you see is what you get. He's the real McCoy. He's the real deal. So, anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'm getting all hot here, thinking about my husband. Getting all hot. Yeah, it's just getting real warm in here. I turn off my fan when I'm talking to you guys because it drives people crazy when I have a fan on, you know. And I don't know. People say when you have your fan on, I can't listen to you. Your fan's moving, so I turn it off. So it's getting a little bit hot. I got to go pet that little puppy dog and see how he's doing. My kitty cat's in here somewhere, but I think she's behind the desk. She's sitting in a ray of sunshine, so she likes it. Isn't it funny how cats like it a little bit warm? She likes to sit right on the windowsill and get some sunshine, so she's doing really good. Okay, guys, I've been doing lots of healing sessions, portal closing. I do a lot of chakra. I have got something coming up pretty soon within the next few weeks. I'm going to have something to offer to you guys that will help you balance your own chakras. I'm working on it now, so it will come out in the future. I have a design. I'm getting everything ready, and that way you can help yourself and you can help others balance their chakras. But I'm putting together something, and it's going to be really nice. I'm working on it, but I have to order all the components to it, and it's coming together good. So you'll be able to do it. I use certain stones, and I've ordered a bunch of these stones. So I'm going to try to put together a little package with, stones for all the chakras, all the ones that I like to use. And I'm going to, I've ordered some little bags to put them in, and I've got some things created. There are other things I need to do also. So when I get the stones, I will take them outside and put them in the moonlight and get them charged before I send them out. I do all that with all my stones. Oh, and if you guys, as a matter of fact, I have a lot of these amethysts left. All the rose quartz. I think I may have one rose quartz left, but if you need a pendulum, a yes/no pendulum, this is a really nice size amethyst. It's real nice. And this is what I use when I'm doing yes/no work, when I'm going through somebody's body, I'll use one of these. So they're very healing too. So if you'd like to get one of those, let me know. I have quite a few of the amethysts left, but I do have some rose quartz on order. They haven't gotten to me yet, but I'll let you guys know when I have all. It's going to be a chakra kit. That's what it's going to be. So it's going to be a chakra kit. You'll be able to balance your chakras yourself. A lot of people ask me to do it for them, and you can get out of balance again. You get sick or something happens and you're out of balance again and you need another balancing. So can learn how to do it yourself. So I'm going to put a video up, how to balance your chakras and what to do and how to do it, and a little kit if you want to order it, or you can always order some online. There's a lot of inexpensive stuff on eBay. So anyway, I'll be talking about it later. Okay. So if you need a reading, if you'd like to get a reading with me, or like I said, if you need some portal work done, energy work done, just look down below. I'm going to leave my email, and I will talk to y'all again soon. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye for now.